It's pretty messed up. I actually feel a little bit bad for Lee because Lee's daughter is as messed up as she is, which says a lot. Possibly even more so. But the episode starts off, this is American Horror Story, Roanoke, Season 6, Episode 10. You know, this is the season finale, Chapter 10. And everyone's back. Everyone's back. Why? Because this is the screening of the first season of American Horror Story. You know, this is after the success of the first season, and they're being asked if the second season is going to come to pass. They're not sure yet. It may not be. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. It may not happen. We'll see. It is what it is. I mean, and it's just everyone's so excited. They're like, yeah, we love the show. We love the show. We have people dressed up as the Pigman, people dressed up as the Butcher, and it's just, you know, how we see the dynamics of the fact that at this time it looks like Shelby might have either just cheated on Matt and Matt doesn't know it yet, or she was about to and Matt realized that something was kind of off. But we see how everyone's excited about their characters and the fans love them, so they're giving the fans hugs. One person came from London and she was like, you know, this show got me through a really tough year, so she gave Lee a hug because she felt like she could identify with her the most. And I thought that was pretty messed up because I'm like, you felt like you could identify with Lee the most? Okay, next thing we know, season 2 comes out. Yeah, they did release season 2. And again, I guess because of how it was released, people are like, oh, I don't know, something seems wrong here because maybe it was actually real. Maybe all of it was real. Maybe it wasn't just all fake and lights and camera and action. We see one of the Polk kids. He's still alive and he still wants revenge. And because Lee's the last person standing, he's going to go and get his revenge. Some people thought, oh, this whole thing was just fake and that it was a ruse. But no, this was real. And they're now doing like a 60 minutes program type of thing on Lee because of the fact that they go through Lee's personal life and how, you know, what happened after Lee was rescued. Well, what ended up happening is she went on touring, did book deals. It was great. But then the tape surfaced. You know, the tape she was trying to destroy. The tape surfaced and she had to go on trial because of the fact that these tapes were showing her killing the innocent kids that went there to go and try to be adventurous and see if the whole Roanoke thing was real. They were stupid and they were idiots, but they didn't deserve to die. It was expected for them to die, but they didn't deserve to die. Now, we have everyone having their own personal op-eds and commentary on if they felt like Lee was justified in her killings. He actually had people who were a part of the jury to decide if she was guilty or not speak. But all of that didn't really matter because Flora spoke against her mom. Flora's just like, yeah, so you want to know what happened? I saw Mommy and Daddy arguing in the woods, and of course, we had Matt's video to show, like, to timestamp everything, and there were calls because Lee went and called Matt out to the woods. And they were arguing. Matt pushed her, and Matt was just like, you're never going to see Flora again. You're crazy. You're evil. I hate you. And that's when Lee went, took a rock, hit Matt over the head. Him again. And Flora's just like, Mommy killed Daddy, and I hate her. Now, guess what? Lee said, you know what, baby? I just remembered something. She told her lawyer, and her lawyer got the whole case. Lee won the case because Lee was able to convince the jury that, oh, Flora was just stressed. She was so stressed about the situation because Flora told them, yeah, I was actually trying to hide from Mommy and Daddy because I didn't want to be at home. And I was with my friend. Who's your friend? Priscilla. The ghost? Oh yeah, the ghost. She's great. We're out in the woods and we were doing this and that. But everyone's looking at her like, we don't believe this crap was actually real. We know that there was some mess that went on, but we don't actually believe this stuff was real. They threw out that case so fast, but Child Services went and took that child, I guess, and gave her to Matt's family. Lee was distraught. Lee didn't know what to do, so Lee figured the only other thing that she could possibly do to make sure that she could maybe get her daughter back is go back on TV and go spill her guts. But I wasn't ready because I didn't look online because I don't like to see too many spoilers. Lana Winters is back! Yes, you heard me. The same Lana Winters, the same detective journalist from Season 2, Asylum, is back. The same woman that killed her own son, her own drug-addicted serial killer son, she's back. And I'm like, see, now this is why American Horror Story is lit. This is the actual reason. The actual reason, because this is why we love this show. The fact that we can go and take nuggets from each season and place them into the show. I know that Ryan Murphy does this, but he's made it very obvious in the past couple of seasons. And apparently we're going to have a season where it's going to be like Asylum, not Asylum. It's going to be like Coven Part 2, which we've been asking for. People thought that Coven was just going to continue on, but look, I'm ready for a Coven Part 2. Like, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Lana's talking to Lee, and Lana's just like, you know, Lee, I understand where you're coming from, and she was like, yeah, and that's why I actually chose you, because I could have gone anywhere else, but I knew that you know, with you killing your son, she didn't say that, but she implied that you, with your family issues, you could relate to me, and you could understand me, you weren't just going to go and prejudge me. It's like, well, do you have anything you want to say to Flora? I love you, I miss you, come home, and I'm here for you. Lana said, that's great and that's cute and all, but Lee, 10 minutes before this interview, no, an hour before this interview was supposed to commence, your daughter went missing. So where is she? Lee was like, what do you mean? Wait, why am I still here if she's missing? Like, no, you're trying to punk me. That's not what's going to go down right now. Lana said, you really think I'm supposed to believe that? I'm thinking, wait, I actually believe Lee, which is weird. Next thing we know, we hear gunshots. Why? I'm like, who is shooting up the place? The Poke. The Poke guy, again, dang. Lana can't catch a break with these men going and attacking her with these guns. Where's her son? No. Anyway. She tried to go and reason with the Poke kid. She said, oh, I understand where you're coming from, where you just want your voice to be heard. You're on national TV. This is live. We need to make sure that your voice and your story is heard. But he's like, oh, really? This is on TV? She kept talking. She keeps doing. She's like, just put the gun down. It's like, boom! Knocked her right out in the face. I'm thinking she was talking too much, but she deserves to get hit. Like, don't do her like that. Next thing we know, he's like, you know what, Lee? Any last words? That's not what he said, but I feel like that's the type of energy he was giving off. They should have said any last words for him, because that's when the police finally came, security finally came, glocked, and shot him. So he is now dead. Now Lee is just stuck in. Now we have the Spirit Chasers. Yeah, the Spirit Chasers are there. They're the Spirit Chasers. Again, it's a group of 3, 2 men, 1 woman, and they're there to go and figure out, alright, was this all real? Was this fake? They go and they break in because the house is actually gated around. And I would think the spirits would appreciate the fact that it's gated around and no one's going to be trespassing on their land. But, too late for that. Because we have the guy who was originally part of the reenactment. You know, the short guy who played the spiritually inclined man. Yeah, he's there with the Spirit Chasers, and they're like, oh, I feel a presence here. Oh, I feel a presence there. It's like, oh, and he found the bond. Oh, this is the actual bond. This isn't the fake one. This is the real one. And they kept hearing noises. They kept seeing images. Next thing they know, Lee is there. Lee's like, look, my daughter's been missing, and for the past 2 weeks, I've been looking for her all over the country. This is the last place that I think that she'll actually be it. That's why I'm here. You idiots need to go unless you want to die, just like the other ones. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, like the other ones that you killed intentionally? But Lee is like, okay, if you're not going to go, then I'm going to go and try and find my daughter. You can go and help me or do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Lord Jesus. Next thing we know, Pigman comes out of nowhere, kills the short man, the short, fake, spiritually inclined man. Lee stays in the house while the rest of the Spirit Chasers run out. They see the cops. They're like, oh my God, save us, save us. And then they see to the left, over to the left, they see the Roanoke clan coming. They're coming for them, coming for him. And too bad they were taking too long. Next thing you know, the butcher goes, slashes the girl, slashes the guy, throws the cleaver, kills the other one. Oh, like, this butcher is crazy. Throws the cleaver to kill the other one. By doing so, and then she went for the last one, but she couldn't get him. He got to the police. Arrows came from the sky, killed all the police happening. Now with that happening, now you have to worry about, okay, now there's news reporters, everything. Because remember, during the day, it's okay. Once it's nighttime, things get crazy, things get wonky. And now there's the, one of the other people who were originally part of the reenactment. He was like, oh, first of all, I was asked, I just chose not to go, which I'm kind of glad I didn't go. But yeah, it's definitely real. There's something off with it. Lana is still alive. Lana's like, I understand where Lee's coming from. She just wants to go and do us right by her daughter. Do us right by her flesh and blood. I'm thinking, yeah, so you killed your son. I feel like you're the last person we should be hearing from. And Lee's daughter is in the house. And so they're just in the house, you know, she's feeding her. Lee was like, oh, so where have you been? You know, I was out in the woods with Priscilla. And it was like, how'd you survive? She fed me berries, you know, I was just eating berries. And Flora is so far gone. Flora's like, I don't care what you say. You killed Daddy. You're crazy. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to be with you. I'm going to go and let Priscilla kill me so I can be with her forever. And we can protect each other from the butcher. It's better than being around you and everyone else. I'm thinking, wow, it's gotten that bad. Lee said, no, that's not going to happen. You're my flesh and blood and I love you. Here's what will happen instead. I'm going to go take your place. I'm going to go and protect Priscilla. You can come and visit me when the blood moon is out and during the day. That is the deal. Do you accept? No, I'm not kidding. Do you accept? Next thing you know, she says yes. By doing so, we see smoke coming out of the house. The police are ready to approach the house. The smoke and some flames, a little burst opens up the door, and everyone's distracted. So they don't see Flora walking. Then there's this police officer hiding behind a vehicle, and he knows it's Flora. He grabs Flora, and they try storming the house. Next thing we see is Lee. She gives Priscilla the gun, tells her to shoot her. It's like, I'm going to join you. I'm going to protect you. Don't worry about it. Boom! Shoots her, which ignites the gas because they smelled gas. The house blows up. Flora is desensitized. She's just like, okay. And I don't care, my mama's dead. She sees Priscilla and she sees her mother. She waves goodbye and she's so happy. She's like, oh my God, you're dead. Oh, you're protecting my friend. The only person I actually really care about. Thank you. And you can tell Lee had this look of, dang, I just wanted to be with my daughter now to protect this little girl. This is ridiculous. Now, I will say, and the blood moon's still going on, so the cops better go and get out of there because we see the full Roanoke crew going in and they're ready to go ham. Go ham. But Lee was looking like she was making a lot of money when she had that sit-down interview with Lana. I expected it, and that's in a good way. I appreciated it. I appreciated the format change. It still gave you the blood and gore. It gave you some twists and turns. I liked it. I liked the sprinkle of familiarity with some of previous characters and faces, like Ryan Murphy usually does. It was good. It was good. Of course, way better than Freak Show. But then again, all the other seasons were better than Freak Show. But I am still ready for a. I'm still ready for like Horror House meets Coven. Oh my gosh, Haunted House, Horror House meets Coven with a sprinkle of a side. I just wrote you next like 3 seasons. We can just do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I will be doing videos, of course, next week. It's just, if you don't see my videos because you're not on YouTube, I wanted to say that.